top of the show to ya. Can you do an Irish accent having been there for so long?
Absolutely not.
No.
You know, Irish accents are really hard to do.
They are hard.
All I know is that they say my name, Michelle. Michelle?
Yeah, because Michelle is French. That's French.
There are a shit ton of Michelles in Ireland. There are so many. I'm telling you, out of every country I've ever been to, the most Michelles live in Ireland.
You know, I'm afraid to go to other countries right now.
Why?
Because the world is outrageously crazy right now.
Have you seen the United States of America?
Yeah.
We're the craziest ones here.
I guess you're right.
I feel way safer in other countries.
Because I want to go back to Israel. George has never been.
Neither have I.
Yeah. You've never been?
I'd love to go with you.
I want to go there. I want to go back to Sweden and the Netherlands in the summertime. But the problem is we always work in the summertime.
Correct. And I've only ever been to Stockholm, but not long enough.
Did you get the syndrome?
I did, and it was good.
Oh, girl.
I love Amsterdam, but I really want to spend some more time in Sweden.
Yeah. I want to go back to Germany again.
I've only ever been to Berlin.
Berlin, I've said this before, apparently people are saying it's like New York in the 80s. It's that kind of electric.
Oh, it's fun.
You were there recently?
Yeah.
When?
Within the past year.
Oh, and you guys play clubs?
Yeah.
Did you get to spend time in these places?
Not enough, but if you're lucky, you know, on these tours, you get to get a day off here and there. It's not a lot, but you go and you explore, and that's how you really see these places. But David and I are both turning 50 this year, me in September, him in December, and they want to go to Switzerland or Germany, and I'm not sure where we want to go, but we're trying to figure that out. We're volleying ideas back and forth.
Oh, you're including the kids in on this?
Yes.
Why you let those girls go and live their lives?
They're not 27, Rue.
Listen, you've been carrying them on your back for long enough.
They're my children. Don't make me not take my children.
They should go and get jobs and send you on a 50th, and because they're going to be. You want to go on a vacation? They're going to be sending you to Shady Pines any day now. You know.
Not quite, but very close in the near future.
Yeah.
I was flying to Ireland and I was like, what am I going to watch? Because you and I often talk about watching stuff on the airplane. And I finally got to see Shape of Water.
Oh, you did?
First of all, I love her, Sally Hawkins.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
But it was so great. I love that movie so much.
Do you love it Best Picture, love? Do you think it's worthy of Best Picture?
I mean...
I'll take that as a no.
I don't know, because Call Me By Your Name...
Call Me By Your Name is the Best Picture. And Lady Bird, too. Lady Bird is Best Picture.
Yeah, but I loved Shape of Water so much. It moved me. It was impactful. It was romantic. I thought it was poetic. But then they edited it. The plane turned motherfucker into mustard sucker.
Mustard sucker.
Mustard sucker.
Have you ever seen Snakes on a Plane on regular television and how they overdub Samuel L. Jackson?
Does he curse?
Oh, yeah. First of all, he curses throughout the whole thing because he says, "Get these motherfucking planes off this motherfucking."
Yeah, I knew that actually.
Yeah, I think they may even say mustard sucker.
Oh my God. I remember the first time, like, I'm conscious of that happening on TV. I remember Steve Martin, the jerk, was on TV, and his dog, I think the dog's name was Shithead.
Was it?
And I remember them going, "Come here, lifesaver." And I'm going, no, I know the dog's name is Shithead. And I was young, and I remember it then. And it does change everything.
And you had a bat mitzvah, right?
I had a bat mitzvah, but my parents
Did you have to learn the scriptures?
I had to learn what I had to sing.
Yeah.
The portion of the Torah, it's called the Haftorah. I had to learn, but I sang it. I didn't learn, like they would point to it and you read it as you go along. I didn't know what the fuck I was reading. I learned it through song because you sang it. And my cantor was female. In any really religious
My cantor
temple,
was Eddie.
Oh, I know Eddie.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
my cantor too.
Yeah,
My cantor was Deli.
Uh-huh.
But she was female and she loved my voice. So I bonded with her. And a real religious, like Orthodox and Conservadox, they would never have a female cantor.
Conservadox?
That's like a conservative and Orthodox.
Oh.
You're getting really...
I've never heard that term before.
Oh, there's a lot in Judaism. But my parents were Reform, and I hate to say it, but they were kind of like pseudo-Jews.
Yeah.
They would only go like high holy holidays. That was it.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of Jew I am.
You're more religious than Arlene and Marty.
Oh, okay.
And my dad
All right.
was raised Orthodox, but I think when they adopted us, they knew that I wasn't Jewish from birth.
Yeah.
And my brother, I don't think is at all, but he doesn't care to find out.
Right.
So they...
Oh, your brother has not tried to find his biologicals?
Nope. What I'm finding after all my years of talking to people who are adopted and stuff is that boys and girls are fundamentally different.
Yeah.
Girls want to know. I wanted to know because I was going to have babies one day, hopefully. I wanted to know if there was anything going on in my bloodline.
Yeah.
And boys just don't seem to care as much. There are plenty that do. I'm not speaking for everybody.
Yeah.
But the people that I've spoken to over the years, the boys don't seem to care as much.
Yeah. How old were you when they got you?
4 months. I was
4
in
months?
an orphanage, foster home.
Really?
Not orphanage, foster
That's
home.
a long time.
4 months. I know that some of the shit that is within me that's wrong
Yeah.
is because of those 4 months left uncoddled, uncared for. I'm sure my foster home was great.
Yes. Yeah.
But again, my need to please and my need to succeed and my need to want everybody to love me comes from not being wanted in utero, and I fucking know it.
Right.
Because I lived a very privileged, lovely life. My family wasn't rich. We were lower middle class, both workers, but I never wanted for anything.
Yeah.
But I know that goes back to them.
That makes sense. I mean, that you know, those first few months, those first few
Crucial,
days,
crucial
to bonding and knowing that you came from, where is that person I was in?
And I didn't have a mother to hug me.
Yeah.
I was given to a nurse. And I'm sure the nurses did a great job, but they weren't my mother.
Yeah.
I didn't have any kind of skin to skin. I didn't have a breast to suckle. I went right to a bottle, and then I was given to a foster home.
Yeah.
And I don't know who that woman was, or man,
Yeah.
or both, but I know that there were 4 months of my life that I was left not cared for like a mother would care for a
Sure.
baby.
Yeah. Yeah. But you're here now, Blanche. You're here now.
Thank God.
Yeah. And it's turned out really well.
Yeah, and I was one of the lucky ones because there's a lot that don't have it that lucky. But if you are adopted and you are going on this journey, find the peace within, because a lot of times the stories don't end up the way that you want them.
Yeah.
And mine luckily did, and there are a lot that will.
Yeah.
But go for it. Do it. And if you can't do that, get the Ancestry stuff that you can just swab your cheek.
Everybody's doing the Ancestry. Now, when you do the Ancestry stuff, do you have to give them your information?
You can do whatever name you want.
You can put a different name.
You can put a different name. You don't even have to...
and it goes into a data. Do they say, oh, well, by the way, this is going into a data bank?
You can say yes or no, because I think I talked about it before. Even if I didn't find my biological mother, which I did when I was 25, I had a cousin reach out to me and say, we're cousins. And she ended up going...
Right, you told that
yeah,
story.
She's like,
yes.
yeah. So the point being, even if you don't want... You can say no to even being put in the database, I think, to find out who your relatives are if you don't care.
Yeah.
But you can put any name that you want in there and they'll never know it's you.
I'm going to put Tamika McCoy.
Put Tamika McCoy, and they will tell who Tamika McCoy's cousins are.
Uh-huh.
You can do that.
Yeah.
And it's worth it because there's some pretty cool shit that you find out.
Huh.
But like I said, you do 5 different ones, you're going to get 5 different results.
You think if I did 5 different companies who do the DNA thing, I'll get 5 different results?
I have done 2. I've done MyHeritage and I've done 23andMe, and they're both different. I'm about to do Ancestry.
Yeah.
That's the third one.
So one of them said you was Chinese, and the other one said you was
Japanese.
a Bonigani and
Yes.
Japanese.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
But there's some similar things, European
yeah.
stuff like that. But one said I was Scandinavian. The other one said I was Iberian, like 23%.
Iberian.
Which is
What's
Spain
that?
and Portugal.
Oh, right. Yes, of course.
The Iberian Peninsula.
Yeah.
So there's, and then West Asian, which would be like
Okay.
Iraq-ish.
Oh, wow.
So there's, and 4% Greek. It's all Greek to me.
It certainly is. Now, we've got Kate Upton coming up. When was your first what was your first knowledge of Kate Upton?
As a model. With really big boobs.
With really big, because she's thin.
Thin, big boobs, natural boobs.
Yeah.
She's like the modern day Christy Brinkley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That beautiful face, very natural. She's got beautiful mole.
See, I knew her from, I only first heard of her from Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But that was her bread and butter. Still could be. Who knows?
Yeah.
But that's the type of all America.
Right.
You know, all American.
Yeah, because she has that look that all of the modeling agencies wanted in the 70s.
Correct.
And into the 80s.
She's got the look that all the boys in America
All
love.
the boys love that look.
And she married a baseball player
She was engaged. Now they're married.
Oh, correct.
Yeah, because when
she did the show, she was engaged.
When she did the show, she was engaged.
So obviously, this is not then.
I didn't need you to bring that up.
Sorry. Sometimes I don't think.
Well, I was speaking in code.
Yeah, that didn't work. Get a new code, please. But her body is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. She's a lovely.
She's so sweet.
Yeah, lovely.
Really, really.
All right, so we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have her. Is that right, Mr. Producer?
Oh,
yes.
She's coming.
No,
we have more
a little
time.
bit more time.
Okay, well, I got something to talk about.
Okay, great. We'll take a break.
My name is Michelle Visage, and I got something to say.
Be right back. Talkspace is just so fabulous. I love the concept of something in the 21st century where you can really do yourself some good, your mental health, your emotional health. Talkspace is the way to go if you really need someone to talk to.
Honey, it's the online therapy company that lets you message a licensed therapist from anywhere at any time. All you need is that computer with an internet connection, or even better yet, the Talkspace mobile app. It means you can improve your mental health even if you've had trouble making time for it in the past, because so many people say, I can't fit it in, I can't do it. Well, with Talkspace, therapy is as easy as sending your therapist a message. You can get something off your chest whenever you need to, talk about everyday challenges at work, your kids driving you crazy, your husband, your wife. Just chat about life. There's no extra commutes, no leaving the office, and no judgments. And remember that therapy isn't just about digging deep into your innermost thoughts or those childhood memories. It's also about the practical stuff. The Talkspace platform is over 2,000 licensed therapists who are experienced in addressing life challenges we all face. So to match with the perfect therapist for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy, go to Talkspace.com/Rue. Use the offer code RU to get $30 off your first month. It's Talkspace.com, offer code RU.
So, Michelle, I'm going to New York. I'm going to break out my Today Ticks app, and I'm going to see some shows.
Carousel opened.
Oh, my God. Carousel. When is it opening?
It's open.
It's open now.
Oscar Hammerstein.
What's the big song from Carousel?
It's You'll Never Walk Alone.
Yes.
But it's also If I Loved You.
Oh, my goodness.
Again.
I want to see that. I've never seen it. Have you seen it?
I have seen the movie with Shirley Jones.
Yes.
Because she did that.
Yeah.
And she was.
Oh, my God. So many great shows.
Amazing.
Listen, I just recently saw Angels in America. What else did we see?
That's an experience.
We saw some plays. And of course, Today Ticks was our best friend going to see. He's done up to me in New York. You can see him in LA.
I just saw Hamilton in London.
In London, using
and
Today Ticks.
And I also saw Ruthless.
Yes. Oh, I love that show.
So great.
I use it in San Francisco. I use it all over the world. And more cities are showing up on Today Ticks.
Just like Rue said, London, San Francisco, LA, DC, Chicago, Seattle, Philly. More cities coming soon. Stay tuned. You cannot live without Today Ticks because they pioneered mobile lotteries and mobile rush technology. So you can enter those lotteries to see shows at deep discounts. And sometimes they're $25.
I know. I think that's how I saw the Donna Summer show, which is going to be on Broadway very, very soon. It's in previews now, I think.
It's the best way, you guys. Today Ticks would like to offer you $20 off your first purchase with the offer code RU. So download the Today Ticks app for free on iOS and Android. That's Today TIX, or visit todaytix.com to see what's playing this week and treat yourself to a show. I'm not even kidding when anybody asks what to see, and I just say, well, did you check Today Ticks?
Exactly.
Don't even bother going online.
There's no reason. You can see what's playing in your Today Ticks app, and that's how I decide.
Yep. Go to todaytix.com, offer code RUE.
All right, we are back. What's up, girl?
We were talking about our Casper mattresses and how much we love them.
Yeah.
And it just started me thinking about this little dance that my husband and I do every night. And
Is it the pee dance?
It's not the pee dance. I wish it was, or he wishes it was. But I'd love to know how you feel about it because everybody has a different thought about it. But he likes to cuddle in bed.
Yeah.
He likes to hug me when I'm sleeping.
Uh-huh.
I literally hate that.
Really?
I stiffen up. I don't want you on me.
This is after you've fallen asleep?
He wants to like fall asleep with like hugging me.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm down and I sound like an evil bitch, my God.
Yeah.
But that's not the way.
Own it.
It's not the way I mean it.
Yeah.
What I mean is I'll cuddle, snuggle, let's read, do whatever we're doing. Snuggling is fine. But then when I go to sleep, can I just turn over and have my space?
Yeah.
I don't want you hanging on me.
Yeah.
I don't want your leg on me.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable. And he gets really offended and really upset that I don't.
Well, who falls asleep first?
Me.
You always fall asleep
Always.
first? Yeah.
let me tell you something. There is no circumstance, no environment I cannot sleep in.
Really?
I am such a good sleeper.
So, but when he puts his leg on you,
Nope, gotta go. Bye.
he wakes you up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would wake me up.
Yeah.
But I mean, even so now he has to go, okay, I'm coming in to hug you. I'm going to hug you for a little bit. So get ready. Like, there's like this big warning. And he thinks that I'm crazy. I hate to be hugged when I'm sleeping.
I get it.
You get hot.
Yeah. And it's actually, the truth is, and George does this too. He loves cuddling and stuff, and I'll do it. But
even when you sleep?
Yeah. But see, this is the thing. He will fall asleep before I do.
So you can break free.
So I can cuddle, and then I can break my ass free.
Break free, bitch.
I can run for the border.
Go.
Taco Bell, bitch.
Bitch, go.
Yes.
And he thinks that I am mean and that I don't love. He's like, is it me? And I'm like, David, I love you.
Yeah. Why don't you cuddle him?
I don't want physical contact when I sleep.
Well, you know what Betty Davis said?
I have a different house?
No, she said the key to a happy marriage is separate bedrooms and separate bathrooms.
Separate bathrooms, I agree with.
Yeah.
I don't agree with separate bedrooms. I like having him next to
Yeah.
me. I really do. But I don't see the need to be physical all the time.
I get it. See, I know that as soon as I cuddle George or he cuddles me, he's going to fall asleep. I just know that's how he is. I'm the last
I'm the
bitch
same
standing.
Way. Oh, so is David.
Yeah. So I'll do it. I'll say, okay, yeah. Or I'll get up and I'll start to go to the gym or something. And he'll say, cuddle. I'll go, okay, I'll do 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And then
you're more generous than I am.
And he'll go straight to sleep. My problem with George is that motherfucker, he will, all the covers, all the sheets, he's 6'7".
Yes.
So he takes over. We have a California king. He takes over all of that. And I've got this little sliver of the bed.
And you're tall too.
I'm tall too. I've got this little sliver and then
that's funny.
He'll turn and all the sheets will come with him. Right. So I have to pull to get them back.
Yeah, I've done that too because David's big. David's 6'2" and he's a big boy too. So it's like trying to get your share of the thing. But I think it was more about how people feel about cuddling and
well, I think the solution to your problem, Michelle, is that
divorce.
No, it's not that. I think you should say, listen,
just kidding, honey.
I'll give you 5 minutes.
Okay.
In heaven.
Okay.
5 minutes in heaven.
Okay.
And then you have to let go.
Okay.
Because
you gotta let go.
You got to let go.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Because I want, and I understand that. I was never able to sleep with other people in the same bed until I met George.
I understand that.
Because I don't trust motherfuckers.
Right.
And
it's scary.
It's scary. It's scary. Weird.
Because that's when you're most vulnerable, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Because you're sleeping.
Yeah.
And I obviously have been married for almost 21 years, and I feel very comfortable doing anything next to my husband, and I love being with him. It's got nothing to do with that, whereas I feel for him, he feels close to me when he does that, and I go away a lot, and I can understand his need to want to be closer to me, especially when I'm away a lot. But for me, I can't really sleep with anything or anyone touching me.
Yeah.
And I never could. I was never a cuddly girl like that.
Yeah.
Even
You're
when
more like a dude.
I am more like a dude. Even like laying on the couch, I love to sit next to him. I'll flip my leg over his or vice versa, but I'm not going to sit there and be like, can I snuggle up into your chest?
Let's spoon.
Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
I'm not judging anybody.
Yeah.
It's just never been my thing. I have done it with my kids when they were younger. If they were sick, and hug them and protect them when I sleep.
Now, so we were talking earlier about those 4 months that you were alone. I bet it's connected to that. Before you were adopted.
Interesting.
Before you were adopted by your parents.
I slept alone.
You slept alone.
Nobody hugging me.
Yeah.
Nobody near me.
I bet it's connected. You never thought of that? Your therapist has never come. How much you gonna pay me for this session?
I will pay you in chocolate.
I want to be paid in Cuddles.
Oh no! I don't mind. I love hugging because hugging is my favorite thing. I love to hug people.
Yeah.
I love to hug my husband. I love to hug my daughters. Even like when my daughters, listen, we just went away on a ski trip and Lily came into my bed and fell asleep in my bed, right?
Yeah.
It was mommy and daughter time. Lola passed down on her bed. So I was hugging Lily and she was asleep. So I pulled away, and as I pulled away, she's like, no. So I turned around and she hugged me. I'm like, Lily, trying to pry her off of me.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's him. It's just even my babies.
Yeah.
I just need to, I'll give you your time. Just, does it have to be when I sleep? Like, let me do the time before.
Sure.
You get comfortable and I'll be right next to you. I just don't need you all over clinging.
No, I think the compromise is you give your husband 5 minutes.
It's a good idea.
5 minutes.
And that's what you guys do?
Yeah, because a lot of times I'm on my, he'll want to do it as I'm about to go to an appointment or go to the gym or I have to meet my trainer or something. It's like,
he's a brat.
Yeah, he's give me, hug me, cuddle me before. I'm like, okay, I can spare 5 minutes.
That's really giving of you.
Realize I have an appointment.
If I was dressed and out the door, like David has done that before, he'll be like, just cuddle me right now. And I'll go, no.
Yeah.
I am dressed.
Yeah.
Because once you give 5 minutes, something's going to happen. Something's going to turn into something.
Yeah.
And then everything's going to get jacked up.
Exactly.
So you are way more giving person than I am.
Well, I know that he really loves it. And
I just didn't know if that was crazy of me.
It's not, especially when you're going to sleep because,
if it's common.
I see, I'm a light sleeper, so I don't need.
So everything will wake you up?
Everything will wake me up. Everything will wake me up. And he's a heavy sleeper.
Does he snore?
Oh, yeah.
And that doesn't wake you?
No, not when I'm asleep. Usually, I can read or he'll fall asleep way before me.
Right.
And I'll watch TV or read or something like that.
What do you do for you to lull you to sleep because you are such a shitty sleeper?
Well, I go to bed. First of all, George, we live in different states, and only when we're together do we sleep together, obviously. But I swear to you, when I say I listen to an Eckhart Tolle lecture every night, I mean it. Every single night, I put on.
How many? There's not that many.
Well, and I listen to the same ones over and over
Which
again.
ones do you like?
This is, the book A New Earth is the audio version.
Book.
And I've separated the playlist, it's on my iPod, into chapters. So I believe there are 8 chapters to this book. And so
which is not a lot.
It's not a lot. One playlist, I will start it and I'll hear the beginning of it and I'll fall asleep. And I won't hear all of it.
Well, you actually are hearing it.
I am hearing it. Sometimes I'll start it in the middle.
Because I've got this meditation app.
That app, you gave that. I never use it.
The Insight Timer.
Yeah.
And there's so many that I love on there. Now, they have guided meditations.
What's it called again?
Insight Timer.
Insight Timer. And that's an app you can get at the App Store.
It's free.
Yeah.
And there's all these
different meditations.
It looks like a bowl.
Yes.
There's all these meditations, and what I like, and you could download ones you want to save and keep. You could bookmark them, and there's all different ones. Like sometimes when I'm awake, manifestation ones. There's abundance ones. There's health. Sometimes when my thyroid's acting up, I'll do healing ones. But the ones I do every night are deep sleep, deep relaxation, healing meditation, and they are amazing. And the shortest one I bookmarked is like 16 minutes and the longest is like 42 minutes.
Yeah.
But my point is I am a really fast knocker outer. I'll be probably within 60 seconds I can go to sleep.
You are shitting me.
Nope.
That's amazing.
It's always been that way. Always. My parents told me.
I love that.
Yeah, I can knock the fuck out. And I'll sleep the whole time to the morning.
Oh, how many hours?
At least 8. 9's better.
Girl.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Sleep is not
That's
an
why
issue.
that skin is so beautiful.
That's 100%.
Yeah.
That's why. So I'll do that. And my point is I feel like I know that they're working because when I wake up, they're done. They have done their thing.
Yeah.
That's still going into
it's
your
still into your
mind.
subconscious mind. Yeah, that's why I, for about 13 years, I listened to lectures from Marianne Williamson.
Yep. Did you do A Course in Miracles?
No.
Just lectures.
Yeah, just lectures. And I get it. I got it. Know what it is. Know everything about it. And would just listen to it every night. I still do. Listen to it.
It's a lot of work, that Course in Miracles thing.
It's a lot of work. I get what it's. Yeah,
you get it.
I get it.
You get it. But I had looked into it a while ago, and I was like, "Bitch, I ain't ready to do all that work."
Yeah.
But listening to lectures, where do you find these lectures? Do they live online?
Well, a lot of times they are audiobooks
you can just buy them.
that I've bought online, or a lot of that stuff I converted from cassette years ago.
Singles.
Singles. The Marion Williamson ones, they were all cassettes that I would buy. And then I ended up converting them to MP3s years later.
How do you do that?
You need a media converter. And that's what I've done with my old VHS tapes is I've converted them to
digital
MP4s.
See, I got them done to DVDs, and then the DVDs I put to MP4s.
Sure. And then there's going to be something else. I mean, do you do Apple Music? Because I'm doing Spotify, but I think I'm just going to switch to Apple Music.
I have Spotify. I don't do Apple Music. Lily swears, and she's 18. She swears that Spotify is better.
Really?
Because of all playlists that she can do, she can separate them all different ways.
You can't do playlists on Apple Music?
I'm sure you can. It's Apple Music.
Because I'm having some trouble with the Spotify because I don't even know how to explain it. It's not like the playlist that I have in my iTunes.
What's the difference?
The difference is there are things that they don't have. Like I was looking for that Bananarama song, Moving On, the Bumpin' Mix, which, by the way, I was obsessed with that song for 2 weeks. Bananarama, the song is called Moving On, and it's the Bumpin' Mix. Obsessed.
Okay.
They didn't have it on Spotify.
Really?
No, and
Can you look for songs in particular? Like specific songs?
Yes, they have their greatest hits, but this was on, I think this song was on their Please Yourself album, and it was on the extended reissue of the album because they included the remixes.
And it's going to sound so ridiculous and so out of touch with, like, I'm going to sound really old right now.
Okay, that's all right.
Can you have Apple Music if you don't have an Apple computer? Don't yell at me, don't yell at me, don't yell at me.
That's a good question. I do not know the
answer
answer
to that. Oh my God,
thank
God! Thank God I'm not alone.
I do not know I'm sure you can. Those bitches,
I figure you
those
can.
bitches are in it for the money.
Yes.
So you know they're going to.
That's what I mean because I thought, like, on my Apple computer, you can have Microsoft Windows.
Right.
So I figured maybe... Most definitely, you can have Apple Music.
Let me ask you a question. If you make tater tots out of sweet potatoes, are they called sweet potato tots?
Sweet tater tots.
No. Okay. No. But are they sweet potato tots?
I think they have to be because you don't call a sweet potato sweet tater. Do you?
But a tater tot is short for potato.
Right. Because you call it potato a tater.
A tater.
Right.
So then you would call a sweet potato tot.
A sweet potato.
A tater made out of sweet potatoes. You'd call it a sweet potato tot.
Right. And I prefer sweet potato tot, especially the way you say it. So now.
So that's solved. So that's off the docket.
Sweet potato tot.
We've solved the mystery. It's a sweet potato tot.
Sweet potato. You know, there's a company.
Oh, you're going to get some because of the food plan that we.
Oh, are they on it?
Oh, yeah. That's how I know it. Because I was eating one day and I thought, wait a minute. This is a sweet potato tot.
Sweet potatoes are so much healthier for you than white potatoes.
The meal plan that you and I are now belonging to, they have, which we're not going to name their name because they're not paying us to say this.
Correct. They might be one day.
They will be one day. They do have sweet potato tots.
I can buy them also. This is a company I will say. If you go to Whole Foods or Target, they have a company called Alexia Frozen Foods, and they have a whole bunch of organic frozen foods that are not expensive.
That sounds not delicious.
Can you just listen to me?
Okay.
And you go in there and you get them, and I swear by my not oven,
tots?
no, toaster oven. Do you have a toaster oven?
No.
Oh, bitch.
No.
I swear by my...
I ain't got time for no toaster oven.
Do you cook?
Hell no.
Do you cook in a regular oven?
I microwave.
I'm saying, take your food that you get from our He Who Shall Not Be Named, put it on a thing and put it in, and it's so much better. Microwaving just nukes all the shit out of it.
I don't give a fuck. If
yes,
it tastes
you
good,
do.
girl.
Sweet potatoes.
No, I need that food now.
Sweet potato fries.
Oh, the sweet potato tots.
Sweet potato tots. And this company sells them frozen, so I know that if I have to do stuff on the fly real quick for my kids, they're done and ready to go.
Good to know.
And they are delicious.
Love it.
And the thing is with the foods like that and the foods that we get, you can still zhuzh it. You can still zhuzh it your way.
Yeah.
You can just put your hot sauce on it, or I'll use like Himalayan pink sea salt.
I do love that. Yeah.
Things like that. Ground pepper. I use a little bit of seasoning salt. But this is all healthy stuff, not with the crap in it and MSG and stuff like that.
All right. Well, we're going to go to break real quick. And when we come back, we've got Kate Upton on the show. So stick around for that. Blue Apron is such a wonderful organization just because talk about modern living. You have to drive to the grocery store, decide what you're going to eat, pick up the food, which a lot of times isn't all that fresh, And so you're left with this stuff that you've paid all this money for that you probably don't even want.
Not only that, Rue, it's like trying to decide on what you want. I have to come up with the ideas for the recipes before the kids even agree on it.
Yeah.
My husband's fine. He'll eat anything. But the girls often like Lola loves meat. Lily hates meat, like beef.
Yeah.
So they have to find a way in the happy medium. With Blue Apron, it makes it really easy. You want to know why? You log on or you go to the app. You have the choices in front of your face. I read them off. They'll each agree, and whether we get 1, 2, or 3 meals a week,
Sure.
you can choose. It's so easy, and everybody loves because they chose it too.
Yeah. And they get to participate in making the meal or choosing the meal.
I wish they'd take their ass in the kitchen and do it. Blue Apron is the #1 fresh ingredient recipe delivery service in the country for a reason. Blue Apron's mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone. And guys, it really is. They do this by supporting a more sustainable food system, setting the highest standards for ingredients, and building a community of home chefs. They have 3 plans. You can get the 2-person meal plan or the family meal plan. That's the one we do. And that serves 4 people. Choose from 4 new recipes per week with the choice to receive either 2, 3, or 4 recipes any week. And the 2-people meal plan, you can choose from 8 new recipes per week with the choice to receive either 2 or 3 recipes
That's
per
a
week.
lot of recipes.
It's a lot of recipes, but it's so super easy, you guys. You put the big cardboard recipe thing up to right by where you're cooking and you just follow it along. Everything comes with it. Usually all you have to add is salt and pepper and some cooking oil, whatever you choose to cook with.
Yeah.
There's also a wine plan. 6 bottles of wine from renowned winemakers delivered monthly.
Okay, now you're talking.
Okay, it's convenient. Well, sometimes when you have kids, you need that wine to get through cooking.
Yeah.
It's convenient with variety. They have fresh, pre-proportioned ingredients and a step-by-step recipe thing right to your door. It could be cooked under 45 minutes, and the menu changes every week based on what's in season, and it's designed by their in-house culinary team. It's so fantastic. The quality is out of control. They only send non-GMO ingredients and meat with no added hormones, so you don't have to worry about that. So if you want to check out this week's menu and get your $30 off, go to blueapron.com/Rue. That's blueapron.com/RU. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
Hey, are you hiring? Have you been posting your position to job sites and waiting forever for the right people to see it?
Why, yes, I am hiring, Rue. ZipRecruiter knew that there was a smarter way, so you know what they did? They went and built a platform, and I'm not talking about Heels, that finds the right job candidates for you.
For me?
For you.
I love it.
ZipRecruiter learns what you're looking for. They identify the people with the right experience, and then they invite them to apply to your job. These invitations have revolutionized how you find your next hire. In fact, 80% of employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site in just one day.
Wait a minute, just one day?
One
See,
day.
I like the sound of that.
And ZipRecruiter doesn't stop there. They even spotlight the strongest applications you receive so you never miss a great match. That's right, because the candidates are right out there waiting for you. ZipRecruiter is how you find them. Businesses of all sizes trust ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs. And right now, our listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free! Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/Rue. That's ZipRecruiter.com/Rue. ZipRecruiter.com/RU. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
How'd you get discovered?
Well, actually, I was discovered leaving a horse show. I used to show horses in Texas. And
Wait a minute, you said horse and Texas in the same sentence, like
Yes.
best little whorehouse in Texas.
Oh, yes.
Was it the best little horse show in Texas?
It was. It was.
How'd you get involved with horses?
You know what? I just went through my horse stage and never grew out of it.
Now Michelle has gone through a horse stage and never grew out of it. We're talking.
That's true.
So you went through this horse phase.
Yes.
And how'd you get involved with horses? Because
Dressage?
you have to have money to get involved with horses.
Yes. Well, actually, we did it as best we could or afford. So my sister and I trained our own horses. And
because the money comes in the trainers.
Trainers,
Yeah, and the
yes.
housing. Theron,
And
could
stabling.
you close the door right there,
exactly.
Theron?
We had a little.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of upkeep. How many horses did you have?
Well, we would have, at least 2, one for my sister and one for me.
Yeah. Right.
But I mean, at any point in time, we could have had more.
Do you still have horses?
Yeah, I have 2 rescue horses and one of my retired show horses.
Aw.
Basically, he's lame.
Uh-huh.
He's just there.
Can you still ride a lame horse?
No.
No,
can't.
you're just sweet to them.
Yeah.
Just berate it and call it lame.
Yeah,
You're lame.
Lame. He's a yard ornament. He's
What's
just
his-
cute
what's
out
his
there.
name?
Robbie.
Robbie
that's
the
a
lame
love.
horse.
I
Yeah.
love that. That sounds like a children's television show, you know?
Or a book.
Yeah, you live out here in California now, you know, and right now, I guess we can say we're out in Simi Valley.
Yes.
And there are lots of ranches
There's
around
tons
here.
of horses here.
Yes, and horses.
Yeah.
Horses.
Then horse.
Except-
It's very equestrian.
It's very equestrian.
Yes, I saw some horses coming
Do
in.
you keep your horses out in this area?
No, I don't. I keep my horses in Florida.
Did you ever
Oh.
ride? I used to live in Wellington. Did you?
Oh, really?
Yes. So it's like the polo capital of the United
I
States.
did not know that.
Incredible there. They have some of the best barns. It's beautiful.
Is that near Palm Beach?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. So now you live in California, and you are obviously everybody knows you from your 3 Sports Illustrated covers. But now you're in California. You're going on auditions. You're doing movies. You're acting. Had you done acting before the other? Was it the other woman?
The other woman. I'd
Yeah.
done 2 other cameos, but I'd been taking acting lessons 3 years prior to doing the other woman.
Right, because as a model, I mean, is that the next natural phase? When you get into an agency, do they say, okay, we got you, that's great. Now you also need to think about how you're going to jump from modeling into your next.
No, you know what? I always had interest in acting, and that's why I was taking classes before I, actually was doing it. And I think that for me, it felt like the natural movement, but modeling is a great starting place for people. Sure. So you can really find your interest. It's like you get a little taste of every piece of this crazy industry.
Yeah. And you get a real taste of the kind of guys who sort of hover around and how to weed out and deal with them, because I'm sure you it just come out of the woodwork.
Lurkers,
yeah.
and they're not very clever about it.
They're not. They're very straightforward. Yeah.
So how did you weed through?
Vibes.
Exactly. How did you weed through in all those years doing what you do, especially being in your bikini most of the time?
Right.
How do you weed through to see who's genuine and who's not when it came to dating?
Well, honestly, when it came to dating, I was really worried about, if somebody was dating me for the wrong reasons. But my mom told me that I have such a strong personality that nobody would date me just for my looks.
Right.
I love your mom.
She's like, it wouldn't be worth it for them.
When's your birthday?
June.
So you're Gemini.
Yes.
So are you a classic Gemini where you're hot, cold, different people at different times?
I'm not sure. I feel like I'm always the same person. I just think that I'm either an asshole about it or kind about it.
Yeah.
That's basically a Gemini.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you met, you know what, I feel bad for straight girls, and please, people don't take this the wrong way, but I just think straight guys, the ass and the dick and the pecs and all that and are all great, but I just don't find them very interesting. Am I wrong?
You mean men?
Yeah,
Straight guys?
yeah.
No, you're not wrong, because what happens is there's
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
No.
And people are going to take this the wrong way. I just feel bad for women because I just think they're just so
It's a
awful.
disconnect.
There's a disconnect.
Yes, because they don't care as greatly about mundane things or regular things as the gay men would, and that's why the gay man and the straight woman connection is so extreme and so intense.
That's why you can't be there. Is such a thing as, I think, monogamy inside a relationship sexually, but there's not in the sense that you can depend on one person for everything.
Exactly.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah. You need friends.
Yeah, it's like in New York, you used to go to the butcher for your meat. You used to go to the hardware store for your nails and hammers. And then you'd go to the
fishmonger.
And you'd go to Dance Skin for your tights.
Yes.
That's
the exactly
dance store,
right.
you know? So, and that's a great philosophy. So you mentioned your mother earlier. Did she prepare you for what? Because you left home like we were 15 years old.
Yes, I was 15.
Do you think, were you prepared?
You know what? I showed horses before that all around the nation, and it was just weird. I was just traveling with my sister, my mom, and me, obviously. And I think meeting all of those different personalities, and horse people are crazy. Like they're,
Yes.
they're very
Eccentric.
Exactly. You never know what to expect. And so it really helped prepare me for this world, but I had no prior experience to this industry.
Do you ever meet young girls who are clearly on the path to, becoming a big model? And what would you tell them? What do you tell them? What to look out for? Like what, prepare for something else, take acting lessons, learn business.
Yeah, I think you need to take away I think you need to know what you want to take away from this industry going into it. And I think you need a really strong personality, and you need to tell people to fuck off whenever they're trying to bully you into something.
Yeah, yeah.
And nobody does because they're so young and people are screaming at them and they're like, okay.
Because they just want to be good and they just want to succeed.
Exactly.
I signed the worst record deal of my life when I was 19 because all I wanted to do was be a star. So how do you tell a kid? I think a lot of it, Rue, too, has to do with doing the hard yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to learn the hard way.
Exactly. You have to. You have to.
You were mucking stalls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to work hard and you have to want to work hard. If you're just in it to be famous, then you're never going to find any probably joy out of that.
Right.
I wouldn't, at least.
Right. Was there ever a time in the modeling thing where you thought, you know what, I'm done with this?
Oh my God, so many times.
Yeah.
I was like, after every job. No. No, so many times I wanted to walk away. But it keeps sucking you in. Those highs are really high.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So are the paychecks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was going
Sorry.
with.
I'm just the New
And
Jersey
I'm
in.
expensive.
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
should be.
afford myself.
Good girl. Good girl.
So now, who do you study acting with here in Hollywood? Do you do I study in New York or in Hollywood?
Well, I lived in New York for 7 years. So I started in New York with Harold Guskin, a lot of different people. And now I study with Kate Kiley.
What do you think the biggest lesson you've learned in all of that? And this is a two-pronged question. How do you give yourself permission to allow people to see the gamut of your emotions?
I think it's really freeing whenever you're acting and you're able to take yourself out of it and become a different character. I think whenever you're yourself, like whenever I'm Kate Upton on social media, I think it's a little bit more of a box because people are putting me in that and you're deciding whether to play up to that. But when you're acting, you can become anything you want and feel anything you want.
But did you ever feel restrictions? I know when I've tried to do
you
something
mean in the
emotional.
industry? Oh, okay.
Well, when I've tried to do anything emotional, really emotional on camera, I've realized I've been holding back the emotions for so long that when it comes time to...
They're inaccessible?
They're inaccessible.
Oh, yeah, I find that a lot because you just box them away.
So do you have something that you use, I think what Rue's asking, to
therapy.
access it?
Yeah.
But if you want to touch into that darkness
Yeah.
that you really need in this scene, I think what you're saying is sometimes you dig, because you've held back so many years.
God, yeah.
So when you go to touch it, the well is dry. Are you able to tap into that dry well and fill it up?
Yeah, I think I hold everything pretty tight. Years of therapy, I really learned how to allow myself to feel those things and stop burying them, which helps with reaching in that dark place.
When did you start therapy? When you moved to New York?
I started therapy probably right after my first Sports Illustrated cover, which was when I was 19.
Because did it blow your mind when you were on the cover of this? I mean, it was a big deal. It was
Yeah.
a very
Still
big
is.
deal. Still is. Yeah. But your first is always like, oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
And the
At 19.
attention.
It's the attention. Everyone is pulling you in different directions and they want you to be the person that they see you as.
Right.
That you're not even given the opportunity to be yourself. And I think that I really struggled with who I was in that moment.
Yeah.
At the Sports Illustrated, they, every year they make a big deal about the unveiling,
Right.
the giant cover. You lift off the sheet, and are you all there that are in it, and you find out then, or do you know before?
They do. You know what? They do it different every year.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes my first cover that I found out there. My second one was leaked, so I found out before, and then my third one I found out 2 days before.
Right. And so
Or maybe 3 or something.
the first one, when you found out there at the unveiling, did you just lose your marbles? Did you just like freak out when you saw that, when you said, oh my goodness, this, and your mind is racing? I'm playing, I don't mean to put words in your mouth.
No,
But
please.
I'm just imagining what that must be
It's
like.
the most, if not the, I'm going to say the most iconic magazine, especially for men.
Yes.
That's not Playboy and nude.
Well,
Right.
and for models before social media, it was the only magazine that put the model's name large and on the page.
Sure.
So it was more about the woman and the model instead of the clothing because they're not selling anything.
They're not.
So what
just
did you
bathing
feel?
suits.
What did you feel when they said, Kate Upton?
I was so excited. I grew up in a very sports-oriented family, so Sports Illustrated was really the only thing I knew growing up about the modeling industry. But I also, whenever they announced it, was with all of the other models, so I think I felt a little bit reserved. I didn't want to
You didn't wanna-
showboat.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
That's very sweet. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was getting a lot of side eye. I wasn't sure if I was going to be cut or you got to keep all your eyes
Right.
open.
Get your car keyed in the parking lot.
Exactly.
Who shot your first cover?
My first cover was shot by Walter Yost.
Walter Yost. Oh, I know that name. Yes. Fabulous. And who teaches you how to do the Sports Illustrated hop on the beach? You know, that jump where you...
The slow jump.
The slow jump where you have to go back and forth. That, Who teaches you how to do that?
Oh, you know what?
Well,
I think
from
it
the
came
horse.
naturally.
True. That's what horses
Did
do.
you jump? What did you do in horse showing?
I did 12 different events. So I
Oh.
did some jumping. I did Western classes, English classes, rail patterns. I would go for all around best in show.
Yeah. See, I would get involved with horses mainly for the Western wear.
Well, same.
You know.
Oh,
and-
the glitter
Yes.
on the Western.
I
It's
love
so
it.
great.
And also the equestrian look. I love that with the boots.
Ralph
and
Lauren.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Ralph Lauren
Yeah.
thing. It's so gorgeous.
It is gorgeous when
It
you
is.
can pull it off.
Yeah.
You can pull it off. You can pull it off because y'all tall. You get a short little gremlin trying to wear joggers. Not as hot with a knee-high boot. And that's
I'm
flat.
not sure. I think it'd be hot.
I'd be like, I'm doing this in my stilettos. Yeah.
Tell me this: how are you at auditions? I've never been good at auditions. I go in there and I make sure that I'm just being. I amp up my own personality. Whatever and if they see something they want, have at it. But
So you charm the room before you.
I give them.
You
a
can't help it
taste.
though. You're charming.
Well, thank you very much. But I have gone in there before thinking, oh, I should probably be what they want me to be. And I think, screw
Oh
that.
no, yeah, you gotta not change yourself. You gotta bring yourself to the table. It's the only way to stand out.
Yeah. How are you at auditions?
I feel like I'm pretty good because I'm so used to being judged.
Right.
That like in acting, it's just nice that I'm judged. I mean, although I'm still judged on my looks, but I'm a little bit more.
You're gonna be. You're a model.
Yeah.
Right. But
I just give them head first.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
thing.
I break it
Oh.
up.
Yes.
Well
yes.
done.
Sure, done.
Thank you, Kate. I just taught you something. Auntie Michelle will teach you.
Do you
Sorry,
get nervous?
Mom.
Do you get nervous at auditions?
I think if you don't get nervous and you're not excited about
Yeah.
the project. So
Yeah.
whenever I'm nervous, I know that I really, wanted to get it.
And do you have some stuff in? You don't have to talk about it, but do you have some stuff in the can that's coming out soon?
I do. I actually do. I probably can announce
Not
it, like,
say
in,
what,
in
yes.
2 weeks probably, but it's good, great project.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So you've been very, very blessed in this industry so far.
Mm-hmm.
But now, are you mapping out how you want this to play out in 5 years, in 10 years? What are you thinking?
You know what? I started off doing that, but the industry changes every second, especially with social media and phones, that
Sure.
it's hard to map it out. You have to kind of just, for me at least, I go for projects that I feel passionate about and hope that through my passion it becomes successful.
Who do you go to plan out the money, though? A lot of people, when they start making a lot of money, they have to make a lot of mistakes first.
AKA spend your money.
Spend your money, but you got to save your money.
Right.
Who did you go to ask advice about that?
You know what? My dad used to actually work at a bank.
Mm-hmm.
And managed finances. And so I talked to him, and I grew up in a family that it was really important to save.
Yeah.
So I'm just cheap.
Yeah.
Good girl.
Why not?
Good girl.
Yeah.
Because one day you're going to be a mom. You I'm sure you want
What?
to be. And yes, that's what happens. You get married. You has babies. You take some time off.
Yeah.
And that's what that money comes in handy.
No,
when you do
it
that.
does.
Yeah.
It does. But what's funny is that, once you buy, after a while, everything is just everything.
Stuff.
Exactly.
It's just
stuff. You want
Yeah.
real connections. You want to
Yeah.
be around people. You want to be around projects. So I feel like whenever you get to a place where you have money, it gives you freedom.
Yeah.
Now
That's
you're
it.
like, oh, now I can be myself and
Yeah.
do really cool projects.
Right.
That is it in a nutshell. That's what the money brings, is freedom and the ability to say no also, which is a very
It's
powerful.
so important.
Yes. What was your favorite acting experience? Was it The Other Woman?
Yeah, you know what? I had such a great
Who
time.
directed that?
Nick Cassavetes.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's big time.
Yeah.
But, Cameron Diaz and Leslie Mann were just so lovely to me on set that anytime I felt uncomfortable, they just put me under their little wing and
Leslie
carried
Mann's a
me through.
genius.
Oh, they're the best. They're the best. They're so talented, so kind. It's, sometimes you get a little scared to meet people you've always looked up to.
Sure,
They're going to let you down.
Well, you're also walking onto a huge set with a
Huge
huge
movie.
director, huge movie with an actual budget, two very skilled actresses, and here you are, really your first feature film.
It was, yeah.
And you're like, shit, what do I do? Where do I stand? Where do I go? And you just have to go in it like, all right, I'm going to do this with your head up. But it was wonderful that they were kind to you and took you under their wing.
Yeah, they're just.
And you're actually very good in that movie.
Thank
I was
you.
surprised. I saw it on an airplane, and I wanted to see how you would do because I knew, of course, the pictures and stuff. But when I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, she is an actress. She already knows how to act. Did you have a coach on set with you?
Not on set, but I worked, I prepared before every day and every scene.
Right. And so what is your dream role? I think of all the movies that have been made and the things that already exist. Do you have your eye on something that, may or may not be in the works, but that you think, ooh, I'd love to do Love Story, a remake of Love Story.
good one.
I'd love to do a remake of, there's a movie that Susan Anton did called Golden Girl in 1978 that you would be perfect for. Are you actively looking for things, or do you have your eye on something?
Yeah, I think that I would take any role that is a full character. And for women in Hollywood, it's honestly hard to find, especially whenever you have tits like these.
Yes.
Like it's difficult to find a full character.
Right.
And at the beginning, I started off being like, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then near the end, you're like, okay, literally any role that makes sense and it's a whole human being.
Right. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you got to develop your own thing. You have to not only do what is offered, but also at the same time, have your eye on things that people who have been successful in the past have been successful with. Look for things where ladies who look like you have had success with full characters and just redo them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is important.
And it's all they're doing now. They're just remaking.
Yeah.
And some are better. You
Yeah.
know, you never know when you're going to get a
That's
chance
true.
to make something good.
No, it's absolutely right. Would you do television?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Yeah, like a series or something like that.
Yeah. I would definitely do television.
Yeah, I love it. Kate Upton is with us. I'm so happy for you. Obviously, I think people know that we interview people when they're on our show.
Yes.
So you're probably on Drag Race this week that
What?
this comes on.
I'm like, I signed a couple of things. I'm not sure I can answer that.
Well, this won't come out until it's
Okay.
announced. So tell me, had you ever been around drag queens before? Aside from the models in the shows.
Touche.
Very similar.
Yes.
It's very similar.
Yeah, in New York, I've been to a few drag queen parties. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel my true element.
Yeah.
It's the only room I'm in where my tits are smaller.
And you're taller.
And you're
Same
probably
height,
not
yeah.
as small.
And yeah, I'm shorter.
Yeah. So, in the modeling industry, were there any established models who took you under their wing and said, "Hey, kid, come over here"?
Oh, hell no.
No.
No,
Really?
no way. Though it's when I started, it was a weird time in the fashion industry. There wasn't really, I guess, one single supermodel.
Right.
Right when I started.
When did you start? What year?
Okay. Well, I think 2007 I started.
2007. Let's see. Yeah. Because
year
Giselle
of the
had
housing
already
crash.
done her thing.
Exactly.
And Carmen Cass had already really done her thing. Yeah. Because that was the,
Gigi. I mean, not Gigi.
Gigi hadn't happened
No,
yet.
no. I'm thinking of Cara Delevingne.
She wasn't there yet.
Not there yet. Yeah, because that was an odd time. Because
She was
what
20. Yeah, she was more recent.
right? Because what was happening is, and it's still happening, is that girls would last for about 2 years.
Right.
Exactly. And,
You know.
they were looking for, how they put it to me, the all the right features put together in the wrong way. So they wanted.
Who said that?
That's what the casting agents.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
casting
it's
directors.
more like they wanted the alien look. They always would tell me like,
Oh,
you're
right.
too
Too
American.
pretty. Yeah.
Too pretty. And
Who would book you every single time, like Ralph Lauren?
well, when I first started modeling, I was a catalog model, and I just like made that cash.
Yeah.
And it was just, I always was booked again. And then I did the guest campaigns. I did 7 guest campaigns, and I worked for VS a couple times, Sports Illustrated.
And does Ellen von Unwerth still shoot all of the guest stuff?
Not all of them. I worked with Yusai and Ellen.
Right. She's amazing.
I mean-
she's iconic.
Oh my God. It
To the
doesn't-
new, I hate to say it, but like the new status of like Scavula, what Scavula was.
Right.
Ellen von Unwerth is that status.
Yeah. And so have you worked with Peter Lindbergh?
Yes, I have. I did
Another one.
David Yurman with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what about Patrick Demarchier?
I haven't worked with
Did I
him.
say it right? No? Say
No,
it for
you-
me.
Patrick Demarchelier, yeah.
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
No, but it's my favorite thing to hear Ruth say it.
It's Patrick Demarchier.
Yeah.
See, when I
I
round the
always just
corner.
look down when I don't know
that's
how to
like
pronounce
saying
something. I'm like,
Jean-
yeah.
It's hard. It's like Jean Charles de Castelbajac.
Yeah, so you're the only person on earth who knows how to say
That's a
that.
Yeah,
Tough
that's just
one.
rude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. John Charles de Castelbajac.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
You know, the teddy bear guy.
So who are your favorite photographers? Have you done Stephen Meisel?
Yes, I did Stephen Meisel.
Stephen
I did
Klein.
American Vogue with him and Italian Vogue. I love working with Mario Testino. He's one of my
Yes.
favorite. Bruce Weber.
Yes.
He knows how to make anyone look their absolute best
Yeah.
by doing very minimal.
Right.
He's just incredible.
Stephen Meisel has not been photographed in public in like 20-something years.
Yes.
Did you actually face him, and did you see him? Was he behind a sheet or something?
Or in the darkness.
No, he was out in the open, but no cell phones allowed. So.
No cell phones allowed. Yes.
There you go.
Wow.
Bruce Weber. I don't think there's anybody out there now that shoots a female body
The way he does.
better than Bruce Weber.
Wow.
It is so true. He just really knows how to capture the beauty of a woman, of anybody,
Sure.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. He just loves
Yeah.
the form.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was years ago. I think he made his gazillions because Abercrombie and
Abercrombie.
Fitch. He made a deal with them to where he would shoot their thing if they gave him a few points.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know he got back in.
He got back end on that, and I think the same with Ellen von Unwerth with Guess. I
Really?
think she gets a percentage because she really did create the
Iconic.
look
Like,
of
she did.
what their brand is.
It's true. And
know.
Bruce definitely created Abercrombie.
Oh yes. Oh absolutely.
Sex, naked top boys.
Yeah. So now, so your favorite photographers are who?
Mario Testino, Stephen Meisel. I mean, everyone we just talked about. Peter Lindbergh.
Yeah.
He's just incredible and so chill. I mean, I've worked with a lot of awesome people.
Those are the best of the best.
Yeah,
So now-
Yusai. I mean,
No, so you're in LA, you're going auditioning, you're working that angle. So you're a young woman. LA is very isolating.
yeah.
And so do you have friends in LA, or do you just keep your head down and keep your head in the business?
I have friends here. I've been coming to LA my entire career. You are always going back and forth New York to LA. So I've created really great friends over the years, before any of my success even. So I feel as though I can trust them. And
Yeah, I hear you, but I have friends. I never see them because the
true.
people I socialize with are the people I work with.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So I honestly, there are some of my friends I haven't seen in years.
yeah, and it's so, but that's when it's a true friend is whenever you haven't seen them in months or a year and you're able to just jump right back into it. Because traveling and doing other jobs and being taken away for a month or so, it's going to do that no matter what.
Are you okay on your own? Do you get lonely?
When I first started working, I definitely got lonely, and I would try to like convince any of my family members to come on jobs with me.
Aw.
And now that I'm in a relationship, it's like a little vacation.
Are you in a relationship with Satan?
Can't you tell? Look at her.
No. Oh, you're
Satan?
with an actual human.
Human. Yes,
Wow.
a human man.
Oh my goodness.
Who would have thought?
What you don't have to say his name, but what is he like? Why do you think it's working out?
Well, I'm fine saying his name. It's Justin, but it's working out because we're so similar, and we also respect each other's careers.
Yeah.
Where I want him to be his best and understand that he has to travel and he's working, and that's a priority to him. And he, because of his passion towards his job, understands that for me as well.
Yeah.
So even though we spend time apart, we're happy for each other, respecting what the other one's doing apart.
And how'd you guys meet?
We actually shot a commercial together.
Aw, you just clicked.
No.
No, of course not. It never happens that way.
I'm like, we didn't click.
We hated each other.
Yeah, we kind of did. And he's an athlete and I'm a model, and neither of us trusted each other. We were like, I'm not getting into that.
Right.
And 2 years later, we started dating.
After the shoot.
Wow.
Yeah, we started becoming like friends, like text buddies, and then we started talking to each other on the phone every day, and became friends.
Yeah.
And really built a connection, and then we started dating.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you live in the same city?
No.
Why would they do that? That's just stupid.
Yeah, we live on planes.
Yeah, right.
Hotel rooms.
It's a public relationship. People know.
Yes.
What teams do you play for?
He just got traded, and he plays for Houston Astros now.
Okay.
And they are baseball people.
Yes, Ruth.
Yes.
No, I knew the Houston Astros are baseball people.
Because the Oilers used to be football, and I don't think they exist anymore. Are they the Texans
you
now?
lost
Or is
me
that
on that
baseball?
one.
Texan.
Yeah.
I
Is
don't
that
know.
baseball? I don't know.
Texans is football.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what
There
I
you
know.
go.
Do you follow baseball?
Now.
Did you know of him before the commercial?
Oh, absolutely not.
Good girl.
My dad did though.
Oh,
Yeah.
so was your dad super excited?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
My dad still is like, I would never guess that you would be the daughter I call and talk baseball with, because I was
Aw.
always like not interested at all.
Right.
Wow.
How
Wow.
special, though.
Yeah.
And what's his mother like? Because I mean, that's the real sign of a man that you could, how he treats his mother is the most telling thing about a man.
Yeah. And mommy issues definitely trump daddy issues. I think.
Right.
No, he comes from a very good family. They're from Virginia, and good Southern values.
Good girl.
That's great. That's fabulous. Well, listen, it's great talking. I know we have to get back to work and everything, but it sounds like you got your head screwed on right.
Oh, it's just faking it.
Well, sometimes faking it is the best you can do.
Fake it to make it.
Fake
Yeah.
it till you make it, and act as if.
Yeah.
But most people, we all take it for granted that we're doing well and we're on the straight and narrow. But most people are not. Most people are have a hard time with it all. They really do.
I think people need to look at, being in this industry, even though it's so glamorous from the outside, as work.
It is work.
And it's hard work.
It
and
is.
as long as you do your work, I feel like maybe you have a better chance of not going insane.
Right.
Because it's a very good chance you could go insane, because it's a very surreal existence.
Yeah.
Especially because, and that's why drag, I think, is so important, because there is the you who's on the covers of magazines and in movies, and then there's the you who has to go and get the dry cleaning and am I on E? Oh, I gotta get the gas. Oh, do I have enough gas in the tank to get to the gas?
Right.
There's that you
Yes,
know?
exactly.
And they're really different. They're very different. And you live with that dual reality, the parallel lives.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
most people don't understand that.
No, they don't. And they don't want to know the other
Want
side.
to know.
They don't want to know it.
Exactly. So Kate Upton is with us. Thank you so much for talking.
Thank you so much.
So you've been so open and so lovely. And I think you're going to go even further in this. And as an actress, you are a very fine actress. You
Thank
really
you.
are.
Thank
I was
you.
actually shocked when I saw you, and I thought, wow,
Because model to actress is very difficult.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. It's very. I'm seeing that.
yeah.
Yes. Let's Let's just leave it at that.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And good luck. And I will see you out on the set in just a few
2
minutes.
minutes. 2 minutes.
Can I get an amen? If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
And don't forget to subscribe
Can I
on
get an amen?
iTunes.
If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Amen.